Good evening. My name is Pakao Lee. I'm the representative of the Lee's family from California. On behalf tonight, I would like to thank you for everybody that, especially the Elgro, give me the time to speak here tonight. And I'm going to speak Mountlish tonight, okay? Cú rong xế hằng nhớ rong của giờ Pakao, và cho Elgro là giờ Steve, Mayor Steve Lee, nên chỉ muốn lúc xí hợp bút trong bút tông mùa hai, ở bên là lù cho ý trong để sĩ cứ tin năng cha, thông như sẽ đầu cho số năng sở tú. Cú ya tu sẽ chế trong để chế năng mong lì, cú xa thó là một uốn này sẽ đầu cho số năng số tú tan thó, cho cứ tìm mong sẽ đỡ, nên trường họ tàu ba nhiều ba chia, contribute cho nhiều chia cho một cho Steve là một khiếu từ Mayor rồi nó. Cú ở trong tàu cho nên á. Rồi nó bây giờ là cô nhận thiệt tao nhiên tao chia tao là bắt đầu Steve thiệt khó nên kéo mấy rồi nó như là very successful hành thiệt thì cô tháo ở cho chua lăng chua tùng phong tàn thọ nhớ cho tới America nó xử lý sang Minnesota, Wisconsin, California, everywhere cho sáng như sáng chia tôi muốn bắt đầu Steve là cũng một chỗ lần tao cùng hàng thì cô tháo ở cho đời bây giờ nằm hông sau đầu xóa lăng xóa tu cú giờ bắt câu rong gì cú giờ sau kia để trên nằm hông lý đó và trong năm tàu cho bây giờ nằm hông tan ra xóa lăng xóa tu nữa nhớ không cho nên cho gì cho cứ cho ti cho phong cho như thế cho phụ xuất sinh số năng số tự do nên nó cũng chế tờ Steve Lee family cũng vậy tôi chỉ giờ nhận được Steve chế năng tua hai cho đủ nó vấn đề nó cũng thọ của trong rồi nên số đời cho nên cho gì cho cứ cho ti cho phong cho như cho nó cho chữ số năng số tựวันนี้จังเตาต้นเท่าต้นกาต้นปลาสตีลีเตี้ยเตาตัวบัวลูเจสายต่อในส่วนต่อตัวขนมจะอีกตัวแต่เป็นมองว่าเป็นยังจีสายเตี้ยนู่นนองเป็นยังตัวเจ้าขนมเทเป็นยังมั่วนู่นนองขนมยังพันจังจังขนมยังขัดตัวสลับสลบหายเตี้ยเป็นมวยยังแต่เป็นหายมองเป็นมวยยังแต่เป็นเสกว่าฝืนชวนนั่งชวนตูเป็นมวยยังแต่ชวนนั่งชวนตูหันนั่งกว่าตัวย่อเขารู้ได้เชิงอเมริกาเนาะรู้ได้เชิงอเมริกาเนาะจะรู้ได้เชิงเทรู้ผัดจงรู้เป็นชวนดาวก็เป็นปอดเจ้าเก๋โอ้ยคือเต่านอกยคือเต่าหนาเนาะเขาว่าเจ้าตัวได้ชวนดาวจะเนี่ยจะจีอันนี้ตัวเช่าตัวการตัวปากนู้นเนาะสตีฟลีนี่เต่าว่าตัวเจ้าเมืองเราเรียกว่าตัวแทนแต่เป็นส่วนแต่ส่วนหันนั่นว่านิสัยอย่างวัวสีวัวนิสัยอย่างวัวไม่วัวหมอนั่นแต่เป็นลูกส่วนเดียวแต่เป็นส่วนหันนั่นสิริยาเธอตุ่มมองวัวในตอนสร้างขับประวัติศาสตร์ขด้านนั่นเนาะขยันตัวเป็นมองขยันเราเจ้าอีสองเป็นปลาเชิงเราเจ้าอีสอง被崩在崩城，头一些就不下就去老早弄了，原来那弄了被几度些都被看着，弄了被容些都被看着的，喏也特够住，我被蒙，这被还能出来出度，这还不老，这不透，这面，这还腰，这拉虎，出来出度，我到几路这路成了，多要很了。原来要够做，那要够做要天，就别说在报海点。这给做很好，你只要用的，老叫一小个别头做做很好。有的人，古这间的 Steve family， 古头个州，从那说的，我那整到做餐顿的，头个州呢要浪的，เขาเกชินลูเขาเกชินซังเขาเกชินป้าเขาเกชินกาเตี้ยลิเชอร์เตี้ยลิงกาเตาสิลีตัวจังนู้นหน่อยเขาน่าจะเขาจริงจังเขาเป็นสุดา 古典的心理，真的我教人的说的，说能做到。我被ตัวย่อรู้ได้จากอเมริกันเนาะที่จะให้ลูกค้าต้องเขา opportunity ตัวไปบอกให้เดียลูกค้าต้องให้ตัวไป说的如果都有戏ตัวไป说的我有木ให้ลูกค้าเนี่ยชัดเจน有木ให้ลูกค้านอกช้า好有木ให้ลูกค้า这餐节呢เราตัวไปห้อง说的เขาจะถ้าก็ตัว我心里มัวจะกี่มัวยังเราตัวไป说的เนาะ这心里一类模式，也被蒙说的，人也在指着佢จะตีจะนู่นจะจ๋า只係ดู只係得只係 Mexican ช่วยเรื่องช่วยตัวเราเป็นช่วยหันห้องช่วยหันนั่นอย่าตุชักตรงกลางเอสติลีเจ้าเจ้าหนุ่มเขาเอาเจ้าโดนได้ช่วยกันจิตตาเกินนะเราเจ้าอีสองว่าเป็นพวกเต้พวกเธอส่วนงานเขารู้ได้จากอเมริกาเนาะจะถ้าเธอก็ตัวว่าจะเป็นมองเคยไปรู้ของเรา开背路那里注意，开背这给啥？开背这给没说，我别到了，我别读了。他那人家说的，他人家说的干，也寂寞的做他，也寂寞的做干，寂寞的在当地，寂寞的在当干，寂寞的在那在自说一下，这种弄了，别的知道老，娘的都中了。通常被啲节目都拍电啦，如果เราใช้หลักการ被一度没有梦，我应只包一次，而且你到多วันเรา觉得你在成了，可能就被这个没说，那呢，这里呢这个没说，那被压制，一也被多个给这给这，二被多个给我那我就被多个这给了给了，我个被摸里了，可能就内说到。จะเนี่ยจะจีจะคือจะตีจะตุชัดตุงกาเทตุปาเป็นเทต่อมาแย่งกันเราแล้วเนาะจะเก๋สิรู้สิชัวเดี๋ยวเสด็จจืดเดินในสวนดาวจะตับตื้อเป็นจิตตีนรักเก่าเป็นจิตตีสูงเดียวละว่าเก๋ตับตื้อเป็นตีนรักเก่ามุหลายเจนู่นแต่เป็นจำมาจะเก๋มาชัวให้แต่ไปเอาตลอดจับเนี่ยว่าเก๋นู่นเนาะยังในสวนดาวตีรู้เจรู้มาตีรู้เชื่อรู้จูตีจะเกษาหลานย่อเกเป็นที่เมื่อยังเต่าสตีฟลียัตุเมเยอร์ยัเขาเอลโกรนอยัดเท่าตุ่มน้องว่าเปล่าจะอีช่องเป็นตัวเป็นเต่าพี่ซื้อให้เดียเนี่ยเรียนในนู้นเนาะหลักที่อย่างกูถ่ายอีกอย่างเดียวพี่เจเดสตีฟลีอย่าถ้าตัวน้องว่าเป็นเต่าเนี่ยเอลโกรละอย่าเป็นพอที่เอาเป็นกับเต่าต้องเต่าตัวซิตี้คอนโซลส่วนอย่างยันริมลงช่องเนี่ยเฟรสโนเนาะปูเล่าน้ำมันเสียได้ท่อเนี่ยแซมโพเจนเต่าเล่นเต่าตัวว่ากูเป้าจิตตาเอเป้จังจิมัวลูกขัดจ้องเนาะอยากเห็นเป้ตัวอย่างที่เป้เนาะเป้ถึงเต่าอีกตัวเซเนเตอร์ว่าstate เนี่ยฝั่งเฮาเนี่ยเป็นมินนิโซตาเป็นจิตตัวอีตัว representative state เนี่ยเป็นมินนิโซตาเนี่ย这里几手表他这要叫麦纳福利呀他只能福利其他领导被什么中人中到咗 school principal แล้ว school board เนี่ยลีย่าว่าเบรนดาว่าเนี่ยนะเฟรสโนลีย่าเนี่ยว่าเดี๋ยวน่าสังเกตเป็นตัวนั่นนะกูทัดจินนั่นเด้เจ้าเลยเจ้าตัวกูบอกจิตซี่บอกจิตชัวแล้วกูทัดจินนั่นนะตัวอย่างเป็นจิตตัวตัว judge เนี่ยด่าเมื่อเสร็จผัวเล่ามาอย่างที่เป็นจิตตัวจะตุ้นเจอตุ้นเจจะนักปัญญาโซนน่ะตัวเล่นตัวตัวขณะยังรู้ opportunity เราเป็นทัพเจ้ายังไม่ได้ช่วยจะนี่จะจีไม่ได้ช่วยจะรู้จะจ่อเป็นตัวเป็นตัววันนี้กูได้เคยถามเราเป็นในช่วยตีมัวซะยังต้องบุกการสกุลที่ที่จะประชาชนที่เป็นว่าเอาถูกด็อกเตอร์สินะถ้าสิเราตาสิเราน่ะเราจะอีเจ้าเป็นว่าผ่าถูกด็อกเตอร์นะปัวตัวเราเยอะนะพับปัวเชี่ยตัวเจอตัวเจนะอย่างตัวกูการไปสวนเต่าเก่าแต่ตัวนั่นก็ตัวเป็นเจ้าตัวส่วนนั้นส่วนตัวจะสอบจะสอบตรงเนาะ 被爆大了，只要都落切的是能做这可能的事。有人呢，比较都在弄这也不干，以前就国家就去做这路ที่สุดแล้วนะเป็นหมอด็อกเตอร์หมอเลยตัวอย่างที่เชื่อเล่าในยัง former city engineer เนี่ยเป็นเซมโพมิสสถานะตุกตาลอยตานะเชื่อเล่าก็ภาษาอีเปียดูกูชาตัวนั้นยัง former city engineer เนี่ยเขาเซมโพมิสสถาแต่ชีนั้นเนี่ยเท่ในรูออฟฟิศเนี่ยเขาเซมโพมิสสถาที่อยากจะ今天这集说出来这都，这给路，这给是车性格，这给是把，那这都有戏，我用不被说得到。Steve 到了后呢，对呀，莫那说到，车说得噶，一股我找到都那说到，那理念理解，那理些邻居，那理些理德，那理这给车给噶，被真的梦里，我找到都那说到啦。cita-cita ni dah mutafai lalu to Major Steve Lee lah, dan Major Steve Lee, Thai apa lalu Amerika, Major Steve Lee, you are the people leader, Mr. Steve Lee, you are the elder Major, nah, you are the people of the elder leader, you are the people of around the world, You are the people of all kind of the people in USA, not the white guy, not the black guy, all people, leadership, okay? You have to build the trust for the people. The people build the trust for you. You build the belief for the people. You have to honestly your belief to the people. You have to build the honestly to your people. If you build that ego, you get the credit for all of us. We will build you for the future. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. 我做得到的呢，我要祝福你。Good evening. I know that the Hmong language is the beautiful one, but I believe that many of you would like to understand what we say, so I try to speak in English. I'm a Hmong American from France, from Laos. First, I want to thank the Elgo community for believing in Steve Lee and everyone who has taken the time to be here today to celebrate this special moment. Thank you. Thank you, Steve Lee, for inviting me to celebrate your accomplishment and for giving the Egg Grove community hope for a brighter future. Your election is well deserved. Thank you. Dear friends and families, ladies and gentlemen, some of you may not know me. My name is Lengao Lifung. I'm the youngest of the late Phanya Tupi Lifung, and I'm proud to be present today on behalf of the Tupi Lifung family and the Tupi Lifung Foundation. My father was a Hmong politician in the Kingdom of Laos, whose career revolved around creating equal opportunity for all minority and non-minority alike. He strongly believed in education as a tool to better people's life. He brought the first teachers to children and adults to live in remote villages in the mountain, and helped in building the first school. Subsequently, he witnessed children growing up to become first Hmong officials, nurses, and teachers,
officers like the General Wangpan. My father also believed in an integrated country that welcomed cultural diversity. He broadcast the Hmong first language in the Lao National Radio. It was a very, very new cultural issue, and encouraged the Hmong people to live among other communities based on mutual respect, to understand each other, similarities, and to embrace each other's differences.
Hello. All right. We're just going to give Sammy a second to set up. They're going to set up the drums, but I would want to say thank you to Steve and your team for putting all this together. There's so many people in here. This is what Elk Grove, and this is what a lot of the families came to Elk Grove. You just see the diversity here. You see the effort that is made to put the kids on stage. That's one of the things that attracted me to Steve when I first met him, is the things that he does for the community and for the kids, similar to what Gary Davis did when he was mayor. And so I'm just happy to be here. I'd like to see everybody make some noise for our new mayor of Elk Grove, Steve Lee! All right, thank you, everybody.
Will forever known in history as having elected the first mayor of Hmong descent of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, I give you our mayor, Steve Lee.
I don't think I want to talk too long because I'm getting hungry. I'm sure many of you are too. But please sit down. It's actually my honor to have all of you here for this evening. And for the record, we did set out approximately about 950 chairs, and there are people standing. So I think we could probably safely say that we're over 1,000 tonight. That is only possible because you believe in a vision in which we came together and talked about. A vision of inclusion, a vision in which includes many cultures that create a community like the city of Elk Grove. Elk Grove is beautiful. Elk Grove is a city in which we all have invested in, that we all believe in. That's why we are here today. When I think about the campaign, I think about the journey in which I embarked on. I think about many of you, the many faces in which came in and out of the campaign office to support this purpose of bringing a community together, a diverse community, the 7th most diverse in the United States, a community that has vested interest in making sure that we have top schools, that we have a community that not only just tolerates the differences, but includes them completely into the city of Elk Grove. That is what is so beautiful about Elk Grove. That's the reason why my wife and I chose Elk Grove. And for the last 18 years, we continue to call Elk Grove home. For those of you who don't live in Elk Grove, who are visiting, I encourage you to come and live in Elk Grove. We have many parks, we have wonderful schools, and beautiful homes that are being built. I know that I had missed a number of you who came and lived earlier, and I haven't had a chance to shake your hand. So don't go too far. Make sure we connect tonight, and make sure that we take a photo together in the back. When I think about how this is possible, I think about how great this nation is. It is only in a country that provides a free public education for a refugee boy who came out of the mountains of Laos. It is only in a great country that it understands how important it is to continue to be a beacon of freedom for refugees and immigrants from all over the world. It is only in America, in the United States of America, where I, as a former refugee, can look into the audience and see the different colors that make our community strong. When I think about that, I have to always reflect back to those who come before me. I have to think back to folks like my father, whose duty was to rescue the American pilots that were shot down in northern Laos, whose duty was to fly with the Ravens of Laos, who, by the way, we're very fortunate to have Gene Hammer from Lodi, who flew in Laos, over Laos, as a Raven. Very proud, very honored to have you here. When I think back to those who have come before me, I think about my grandfather, Mihalao, who fought vigorously against the communists, who did his deed to make sure that all the refugees that were coming out of the mountains of Laos were being fed, who lived and believed in the concept that our men are created equal, who believed in the concept that everyone who believes in democracy should have the right to vote. For those of you who believe in this, I am sure that you took part in it. For those of you who didn't vote, I want you to remember there are many others who have come before us who worked very hard to make that possible. When I think back, I think about folks like Major Nhiet Thai, who came from north of here, who also did his part, led Hmong soldiers, led Laotian soldiers to fight against communism, stood against tyranny, stood for democracy. What's beautiful about this is when I reflect back, this story that I keep talking about, my story, it's an American story. It's your story. It doesn't matter whether you came here 20 years ago or 150 years ago, we cannot forget that this country continues to be strong because you bring something to the United States of America. I refuse to believe those who tell me that because I came here 40 years ago, that I should go back to where I came from. What's sad is some people have forgotten that. That's the reason our theme tonight. Many cultures, one outgrowth. Many cultures, one America, that weaves into this beautiful country, different ethnicity, different folks from different parts of the world, with the hope of finding a community, of finding a country that would embrace their differences and will make it a part of them. I believe it's here in America. It's our obligation to continue to remind those who have forgotten this that America remains great because we embrace that concept. It is our obligation, each and every one of you, to retell your history. Because believe it or not, my story, as I said before, is no different than yours. Your ancestors may have come here 150 years ago. 50 years ago. When you start breaking that down, when you start begin to understand what makes you special, you begin to tell other people, I see you more than my neighbor. I see you as somebody who's contributing to the United States of America and making it great. I see you as somebody who brings diversity to our community so that we can be stronger and richer. That's the reason why our theme tonight. When I was honored by the constituents in the city of Elk Grove with that vote in November to serve as their mayor, I received this note. It told me that as a mayor, I was going to fail. It told me that because my skin color was different, I was going to fail. In that email, it told me to go back home, refugee. When I thought about that, I thought about every door that I knocked, every conversation that I've had, every one of you who supported what we were doing in Elk Grove. Stood strong, and I thought about it. And honestly, I wasn't sure how to react to it. But the best response to that is for each of you to tell your story. Pay respects for those who come before you. Honor those and embrace your diversity. Different colors, different religions is what makes us strong. It's what makes Elk Grove strong. It's what makes America strong. We cannot depart from these core values that make us a great country. It is what makes us stand out amongst other countries. It is what makes us great. And that's why the theme today is so important. In a little bit, you will begin to see the different performers from different ethnic groups in the city of Elk Grove. You'll realize that when you start peeling all of that off, we are after the same thing. That's something that we figure out in the campaign. There were folks who looked at me and said, hey, you're going to be the first Hmong mayor. My response to them was, no, I'm going to be a mayor who happens to be of Hmong descent. I am an American first. I swore an oath to the United States Constitution. That being the case, every part of that Constitution I hold dear in my heart. I believe that many of you believe in the same thing. That's why we're here tonight. But thank you, each and every one of you, for taking your time in participating in the campaign. If I begin to mention individual names, I know I will leave some people out. So I'm gonna try not to do that. But there are a few in particular I'd like to acknowledge, especially Alexa, who I met recently, but she took the performance of this event and turned it into something else. She organized and took the initiative, and I'm very proud to now call you my friend. Thank you so very much. There's also my good friend, Alan Huang. The flowers that you see on the table, the centerpieces, is made by Lee's Flowers. Now there's a flower that has some significance in that centerpiece. It is the snapdragon. It is the flower in which we deliver to tens and thousands of voters in the city of Elk Grove. It wasn't about politics when we delivered it. It was just a reminder that if we start looking and stopping and smelling the flowers, we will begin to realize how beautiful of a community we live in. We didn't ask for them to vote. All we said was, we hope you would consider our candidacy. The snapdragon is free for whoever grabs it on the way out tonight. But please look up Lee's Flowers and contribute to that business as well. Alan Huang is a resident of the city of Elk Grove. Alan Huang is somebody that I met when I was very, very young and I wanted to get engaged in the political process. So thank you, Lee's Flowers. I'm also privileged to have Linda Vu. Linda, are you here tonight? Where are you hiding? Is Linda here? Regardless, many of you know Linda, our very good friend. Linda Vu was the one who called you every night and told you that if you did not come out, Steve was gonna lose in the mayoral campaign. It is Linda whose aggressive style of leadership is what resulted in this win. Linda Vu, if you're not here, please, Orlando and many of you, send her that message that we are very grateful. This success is hers as well. This morning at 9 o'clock, we came here to start setting up. There were probably about 20 individuals. Nikyao Ziche, Nikyao Niache, what the Kinana, who I love when I should have chow. Video Fatia, Nama, Yelamalu, Yan Wang, Bishop of Tua, Bishop of Yatona Tua, Yadakala Shipako. Thank you so much for your willingness to stick around and hustle so that we can actually have this event with the tables properly set up. I'm going to ask you one more thing before you leave tonight. Make sure you help them take it down. So thank you, but I'll ask you one more time again. And also to Yania Che, the wonderful woman who came and prepared the dessert in the back. Auntie Chi, Auntie Pam, and Nekhanana, Gutombe, Yochitswana, Auntie Stacy, Nishadana. You guys, thank you so very much